Hi yogis, and welcome to our yoga practice. In today's class we're going to focus on balancing postures. We'll work on balancing the body but also bringing balance into the mind. Let's begin in a kneeling pose. If this is uncomfortable for your knees, you can sit on a yoga block or just sit cross-legged on the floor. Rest your hands on your lap in front of you. And just begin by noticing your breath. Without changing it, just observe the inhalation and the exhalation. And then begin to create some symmetry between the inhales and the exhales. Breathing in and then breathing out for the same amount of time. We'll just take a few rounds here to settle into our practice. Let's slowly release onto our hands and knees. We'll extend the left leg behind us and the right arm forward. Imagine pulling your belly button into your spine to lift that arch out of the low back. Finding balance even here, we'll bend the left knee, reach around with that right hand, clasping the ankle or the foot. Shift the heart forward as you simultaneously pull that left foot back. You should have a little hint of a back bend here. We'll re-extend through the arm and the leg, replace the right hand on the mat, flatten the left pinky toe edge of the foot, and sweep the left arm high. Raise the left leg in line with the hip, bend that left knee, and reach back with the left hand, clasping the outside of the ankle or the foot. Once again, a little hint of a back bend. And then let's reach the left arm high, left leg long, replace the left foot and sweep the left arm overhead, opening through your side body. On an exhale, lower the left hand and the left knee back to the earth. Just take a breath, find your center, and we'll move to the other side. This time, right leg is long, left arm reaches forward. Belly button pulling into your spine. And then let's reach back, bending the right knee, clasping it with the left hand, finding the ankle or the foot, whatever is accessible for you, and then traction the upper body and lower body away from one another. Let's re-extend the arm and the leg, replace the left hand, flatten the right foot on the earth, as you sweep the arm overhead. Let your gaze follow the hand. Raise the right leg, bend that knee, reach back, clasping the ankle or foot. And then we'll re-extend the arm and the leg. Lower the right foot on the mat and sweep the right arm overhead. Nice side body stretch, and then we'll slowly lower the hand and the knee back to the earth. Take a few rounds of cat-cow here. Open the heart on your inhale. As you exhale, round your spine. Inhale, open, and exhale to round. Just move with your own breath, synchronizing the inhale and the length of the exhale. After your next breath out, extend the legs behind you, coming into a plank pose, and then lower to the elbows for a dolphin plank. We'll play a little bit here by extending the right heel to the sky and then left arm forward. You can cross that right hand across your mat for a little more stability. And then we'll lower that and just move to the other side. This time, left heel reaches high and right arm reaches forward. This is a deceptively tricky pose. And let's come back to center and lower the hips down to the earth. Let's just take a moment to enjoy a Sphinx pose with elbows under the shoulders, heart opening wide. Just receive the benefits of this posture. If you need a little bit more, you can straighten through the arms. And then we'll come into our downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal out through your feet, bending one knee and then the other. Whatever rituals you have for your first downward facing dog, take those here. And then we'll gaze forward, step the right foot forward and then the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Clasp opposite elbows. Just allow your spine to unfurl, creating space between the discs and the vertebrae. Allowing tensions to just drip right off your shoulders. On an inhale, release the hands and lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, fold forward. On your next inhale, reach your right arm to the sky as you plant the left palm into the mat. We'll find some balance here by extending the left leg behind us. So maybe that left foot lifts just a couple of inches. Maybe you can bring it to the height of the hip. Perhaps coming on to those left fingertips. So really just using the right leg for stability. And then we'll release, coming back into our forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. This time, right hand will plant on the mat. Inhale, we'll lift the left hand up to the sky. Extend the right leg behind you. Maybe bringing it all the way up to the height of the hip and opening through the chest as you reach that left hand to the sky. And then we'll release, coming back to our forward fold, clasping opposite elbows. And then release your hands and slowly roll your way up to standing. Inhale, arms sweep overhead, and exhale, hands come to heart center. We're going to have a few more standing balancing poses here. Next, we're moving into a dancer's pose. So left leg is the foundation, rooted into the earth. We'll bend the right knee, clasping the outside of that ankle and reaching the left arm to the sky. Feel free to stay right here or spin that right hand to the inside of your ankle and begin to press the right foot into your hand as you hinge forward at your hips. Think of shining the heart forward rather than dumping the energy down towards your mat. Focus your eyes, and then if you'd like to move even further, you can extend the left fingertips down to the earth. Fingertips barely grazing the mat. When you fall out or you've had enough of that, just come into a standing splits with the right leg high. And then without touching the right foot to the earth, if you can, Come up into a standing position and pull the right knee into your chest. From here, we'll come into eagle pose, wrapping the right knee on top of the left. Extend the arms out to the sides, and then let's take right arm underneath the left, crossing at the elbows and the wrists. Think of pulling the hands away from your face. And if you'd like to move to the next level here, with a straight spine, drop the elbows down towards your knees. On an inhale, rise back up, and let's release that pose. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, and exhale your hands to heart center. Take a moment to reset, and we'll move into our second side. This time, right leg is the foundation, left leg bends. We'll clasp that ankle as we extend right arm up to the sky. You can stay here or pivot the left hand to the inside of the left ankle and begin to press the foot into that palm, hinging forward at the hips. Really staying connected with the energy of the heart here, so we're not dumping the energy, but really shining the heart forward. If you're moving on, right fingertips reach toward the earth, and then take a standing splits with the left leg reaching high. And without touching the left foot to the earth, if you can, rise up, pulling the left knee into the chest. And from here, coming into eagle pose, wrapping the left knee on top of the right. Feel free to tuck those toes behind the left calf or just have them hanging out to the side. So left knee is over. This time left arm will go under the right. Stay upright or hinge forward, bringing elbows to the knees. On your inhale, rise back up. And let's sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to save our tree pose, our easiest one, for last, although we're not going to make it easy. We'll have an option to up-level things. This time, left foot is the foundation, right leg pulls into that left inner thigh, arms reach overhead. Fix your eyes on something that's not moving, and then drop your right wrist down to the right knee, and we'll take a side bend, reaching the left arm overhead or just slightly over to the right. Feel free to fall out of this pose. You can play a little, see how far you can go until you do fall out. Be playful, be light, be joyful. And then let's come back into our tree pose. Hands will lower through heart center, and we'll release that leg. Take a breath in, and let's move into the other side. This time, right leg is the foundation, left foot pulls into the right inner thigh. Begin by just reaching the arms overhead. Feel free to stay here if you're not feeling so playful today. That's okay. If you want to play, drop the left wrist down to the knee. Right arm will reach up and overhead for a side bend. Lock your eyes in on a drishti, something that is not moving, just one point of focus. Isn't that such good advice for life too? Let's bring our hands back to the sky and then lower through heart center. Lower the leg. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. On your inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale to lower into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat and lower the right knee. Inhale, reach the arms high. arms in line with the ears. And then let's interlace the fingers and press the palms into the knee. So press into that knee for leverage. You can stay right here or reach the right hand back and clasp the right ankle. And left arm will reach to the sky. We always have options in yoga, and depending on the day, how you've slept, how you've eaten, what's going on in life, you'll take those options that best serve you. They're not always the same from day to day. Let's lower the hands down to the earth, plant your palms, and we'll step back into our downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, take a breath to reset. Gaze forward. This time step the right foot between the hands, lower the left knee to the earth. Inhale, arms reach overhead. On your exhale, interlace the palms and press those into the knee. Know that you have an option to stay right here. If you're moving on, bend that left knee, reach back with the left hand and clasp the ankle or foot and reach the right arm up and overhead. Let's slowly lower. Press the palms down into the mat and step back into downward facing dog. Let's come forward now into a plank pose and lower all the way to the mat. Reach the arms forward, extend the legs behind you, and let's lift left leg and right arm. On an exhale, lower, and just change sides, lifting right leg, left arm, and lower. This time, as you inhale, lift both arms, both legs, and sing the Superman or Superwoman tune, because you are. And we'll reach around behind us, interlace the fingers, see if you can pull the shoulders toward the heels, magnetizing shoulders toward the back of the mat. And then lower, press the palms underneath the shoulders. We'll press back into a child's pose. Just stretch the back out here. That should feel nice. On your inhale, come back to your hands and knees, and we'll spin around onto our sit bones and make our way all the way down onto our back, lowering into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Allow the feet to fall open wide, the arms to rest comfortably far up from the sides of the body. Just take up space. This might be the only time in your day that you have just a minute for your own self-care, your own reflection. And since we've been working on balancing poses, I'd like to share a quote that's attributed to the poet Rumi. It says, "Life is a balance of holding on and letting go." And so I'd like to ask you, where are you holding on when it would serve you to let go? And can you begin that process here on your mat? Just let go. next breath in, begin to reawaken the body with a nice big stretch. And then roll yourself to either side, whatever is feeling most appropriate for you today. And from here, we'll rise up to a seat. Keep the neck soft, the gaze soft. Sitting in a cross-legged position, reach the arms overhead and exhale. Pull the hands down through your heart center. Draw the hands to your forehead. May our thoughts be kind. Hands to the lips. May our words be sweet. And then hands to the heart center. May our intentions be loving. Thank you so much for joining me here. May the rest of your day be balanced and full of joy. Namaste.